Are you looking to enhance your Azure CDN experience with URL redirects and rewrites? You're in the right place. Today, we will explore how to set up these powerful features using the Azure CDN Rule Engine. I completely understand how crucial it is to have control over your website's URL flow. Many users face challenges when trying to implement redirects and rewrites, especially when transitioning from other platforms like IIS. You're definitely not alone in this. Let's dive into the specific question at hand. One user recently asked how to set up URL redirects and rewrites in Azure CDN, similar to the rules they had in IIS. They provided an example rule that rewrites requests to the index.html page. Sound familiar? If you're facing the same issue, let's find a solution together. So what exactly is the Azure CDN Rule Engine? It allows you to create rules that control how requests are handled, including URL redirects and rewrites. Understanding how to leverage this tool can greatly enhance your site's functionality. And stay tuned. At the end of this video, I will share a valuable resource that will help you master the Azure CDN Rule Engine even further. To set up URL redirects in Azure CDN, the user should first navigate to the Azure portal and select the CDN profile associated with their HTML site. Next, the user needs to access the Rules Engine feature. This can be found under the settings for the CDN endpoint. Now the user can create a new rule for URL redirection. They should click on Add Rule and configure the conditions for the redirect. For URL rewriting, the user should follow a similar process. They can add another rule and specify the rewrite action. Finally, the user should save the rules and test them to ensure they work as expected. This can be done by accessing the URLs in a web browser. Fun fact, did you know that URL rewriting can improve your site's SEO? Search engines prefer clean, readable URLs over complex query strings. So not only does it help with user experience, but it can also boost your visibility. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach provided by another user suggests referring to the official Microsoft documentation for the Azure CDN Rule Engine. This resource explains how to implement URL redirects and rewrites effectively. That wraps up that answer. Let's move on to another one. This user points out that Azure CDN does not support URL rewriting. Instead, it caches the requested URL based on the caching rules set for query strings or headers, and returns the cached response for future requests. Here's a pro tip. Always test your rules after setting them up. Use tools like browser developer tools or online URL checkers to ensure everything is working as expected. And there you have it. You now know how to set up URL redirects and rewrites in Azure CDN. Remember, mastering these tools can significantly enhance your website's performance. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and don't miss our upcoming videos on advanced CDN features.